How they do? How they do? How they do? Good afternoon, everyone.
You're
Afternoon.
not
You guys
hearing
hear?
you.
Yeah, we
I'm not hearing
clear.
rapid.
We're here.
And he's
We're here,
talking.
but rapid. Yeah, he's talking. Hold on, let me start our rapid. Give him a call.
All right. So while rapid started out today, everyone we have a very, very, very interesting topic. A topic that most people are scared to talk about, but I believe it is now the time to talk about this topic, right? And I have with me two of my regular co-hosts, Ryan, Fabian, Leon sick, and Jason couldn't make it, right? And so we decided to invite two persons who have been with us from day one, right? And they are regular viewer of the show. We have Arlene. Arlene, that's the bottom right. Arlene, so persons can see your face. Say hi to the people of Arlene. Right, so this topic was actually brought to us by Arlene. Arlene wants to talk about this topic, and I think it's a topic that we can't run away from anymore. And the other person that just left is our famous, right? Villain. Villain is a villain, right? Right? He's a villain. Right. And that is our famous Rapid. But we're gonna wait until he gets back. But
Just having some technical difficulties.
Yeah. And we have to forgive them because they wouldn't be doing this on a regular, right? So it's just as a guest, just for persons to see, the face behind the comments, right? And to see the hero and the villain, right? Arlene is our hero, Rapid is our villain. But folks, today, before we get to the most controversial topic in the world, right? And that has to do with the whole acceptance of the LGBTQ plus. Let me get it correct. I need to add the plus.
Yeah, man.
The LGBTQ society or community, for a better word, right? I think that is being debated right across the globe in different countries. Different countries have different stands. We saw what happened in Qatar and all of these things. I want to know, where is Jamaica really in this topic, right? What is the stance for Jamaica? And then after we discuss that, no, we're going to get to that. But before we discuss that, we have some little topics, some hot topics we want to talk about before we jump into the big topic, right? And the first topic, Mr. Badman Teacher. I want to talk about Mr. Badman Teacher. You guys saw the video?
Yeah, man. But before we get there, so people, while Rory is going to the topic, I want to just put a little trivia out there for some people to try and get, just put it out there and see if anybody can get it. The question is, what do you call 5 ants living in a complex and another 5 ants moving with them? What you call a situation like that? If you know the answer, type it in the chat. If you know the answer to that, what is it?
Homosexuals.
5 ants in a complex. I did not say they were male or female. 5 ants
No,
in
I'm
a
not saying.
complex.
No, the reason I said that is because that's how they normally have a whole heap of people living with them.
No. We're not gonna call them Hispanic side. We're not gonna do that. You understand? We're not gonna call them no name. You understand? 5 ants in one complex and 5 more ants moving with them. What we call them? It's not a travesty. We don't want to use those terminologies. Anyways, and the next thing to people, while not think about that, I want to big up Rory. Because he will be on profile later on this evening. People tune. What time Rory for people?
Oh yeah. Big up.
Yeah,
6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. folks.
Make it on the profile. So he'll be on profile 6:30 this evening. So if you're in Mobile or One Spot Media, check it out. 6:30 p.m.
Anywhere you're there, log on to TVJ 6:30 p.m. You know, Ryan. Before we get into it, I'm happy that you brought that up, right? But I never remember anything about it. Because all I was thinking about is Yardy links. But when I say I don't remember anything, I wouldn't remember until Yardy links finish, right? But yes, folks, from small, I was a baby. you know, and watching
Even
profile.
good.
I always think profile is for you know, big shots. I never know say what day will come when, you know,
make
they
it on
call me to do an interview on it. So I'm very much grateful. I'm not reach big shots level, you know. I'm fine where I'm at. No big shots, but I guess they believe that my story would motivate a lot, and so they gave me the opportunity to share my story and profile. So yeah, people. Yeah. Tune in. But Ryan, so back to the video, right? You have the video to play. Play the video first, and then we'll discuss the video. Play the video with
Badman teacher.
Mr. Badman. But yeah, Badman teacher.
All right, let us roll that video out for everybody to see it.
So present and run that because I have a lot to say at this.
Don't forget the audio.
I think his audio is good, man.
Let's
We see it's loaded.
Video, and
All
when
right,
we seek
start it over.
answers.
Me murder.
That's where it starts from?
Yeah, you look for me good. Me kill man already and me kill man again. I'm not afraid to do it. Me don't love nothing with seed. Nothing. So you're easy thing to them.
No, people, honestly, I don't want to
Alright.
judge this man, you know. Cause
Yeah, and
Right.
We're not gonna show cause everybody.
The man, you the man say like, you don't love nothing with seed. See?
That is where we're going to get to the homosexual part and all that, with the nothing with seed part. We soon touch that. But we're going to talk about him as a teacher and how he went about dealing with this child. Because we know as teachers in this very day and age how these students are. And to deal with students, it's not easy, especially some of the students where come from some inner city, some bad man here, some garrison. You understand? Them come and I can tell teacher how to talk and how to teach, run in class. And a teacher supposed to run the class. So if some of the time if you don't behave certain way, you know, because me not tell a lie, me think say boy I was a humble person, but some of the time them bring out the worst in you. You understand in terms of how they go about trying.
So
to
you
deal
agree with
you.
the teacher? You agree with the teacher behavior?
To some extent, I would agree with rushing them sometimes. You understand? Make them know.
The man say, the easiest thing for them, you know.
No. Me not gonna say, because he might incriminate himself and say all these little things. Me not gonna go with the dead part and me murder you and me kill people already. No. Me not gonna
But that the people I'm talk about.
But you know what? No. So it might work for him, you know. But let me say, but we know say back in the day, no teacher probably said that, you know, but we never know social media, nobody have video it. If you say, boy, teacher, when do this. Now we have social media and everything out there in the media based on because people have phone now. Yeah? But the teacher probably have to run. I don't know that the school there or the school there the kind of students that go out of the school there and how we have to deal with them in order to reach them. But him have to run it a certain way. Probably him have to run it like a militant. You understand? Like you understand?
All right. Favorite, well, maybe you want favorite. Favorite not shake it. Favorite, what do you think about the teacher?
I understand the whole militant running of things, Ryan, but any teacher will look on my pitney in one classroom or anyone, if my child is in that classroom at all, and tell anybody while my child is in that class, say, he murder people before. I didn't afraid for murder nobody.
Yeah, take him out that class. Yeah, take him out.
Me I go film. Yeah, me I go film.
What do you mean go film?
Because
Explain that. This specific-
the trauma, where the trauma, me I go film, man. Me I go film because me need to know
What
if
you
he
mean?
mentally stable. Me need to find out, say, yo, are you sane enough to continue this class? Do you need to step out of this classroom and sort out yourself before you come back in here? Because that not right. You understand? I understand, say, him for some of these kids nowadays, you have to be on your toes and defend yourself, yes. But for you to say to a classroom of kids that I killed before and I'm not afraid to kill again, is you're bringing along trauma. You understand? And I'm talking about the ones who are giving trouble, but the ones who just sit there not doing nothing and hearing say,
I hear that.
but this teacher is a killer. You understand? I say, I'm being taught by a killer. And they don't afraid to say it. Like, that, no.
Let me hear Arlene. Arlene, what do you think, Arlene? Oh, by the way, people who just tuning in, this is Arlene, one of our regular viewers. She called me about the topic that we want to discuss, and so I think she will be fitting to discuss it with us. But Arlene, before we get to that, tell us what you think about the teacher.
Well, I am one person because I'm a softie, a real soft teacher, I look at him and I say, that's too rough, way too rough. You can't be extra rough and expect the children to love you
Trouble there.
or to come
Why,
close
Kurt?
to you. You have to be in the middle. You really have to be in the middle. And if you're not in the middle, you're not going to manage.
Okay. All right. And for those who just tuning in, this is Rapid, folks. The infamous villain.
Yeah, man, the villain, man. Rapid.
So if you never know how him look before, now
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, now you know. I hope you
Yeah.
can hear me. You can hear me?
Can hear you well.
Loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
All
Rapid, I must say, it's nice to meet you. This is my first time meeting you. So persons probably think that I met you before. No. And so I'm just looking at a villain who many people want to grab up.
Well, am I agreeing your friend still? Am I agreeing your friend still?
Yes, we're going a good friend. Hey,
Yeah, man.
welcome to Jim Screechy.
What is Jim Screechy?
Who name Jim Screechy? They have to be specific.
You know who, man? He's missing today.
Oh, Leon.
Leon, man.
Leon, sick. He's sick out bad.
Yeah, Leon has been sick, so you know, send up a prayers for him, you know.
Oh,
But people,
one more
rapid. Have you seen the bad man teacher thing? Have you seen it?
Yes, I see it.
We want to hear a little share your 2 cents on it now.
Well, you see, the youths, them, right? What's happening is picnic having kids, and they don't grow them up. So they don't reach the age of maturity to show the youths them how to behave. So when you have youths having youths, you're missing a lot of teachings and upbringing that the elders had. You see, and these youths are now out of control. They don't understand no. So the teacher now, he flipped the script. Now he get angry.
Yeah.
Now I suppose he shouldn't be doing what he's doing, but because he's fed up, he wants to show them that he's a better man than them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which is wrong, really. But you know, there's different way to angle the youths. But he's trying to tell them that he's a bigger killer than them. Really.
A bigger killer.
Bigger killer.
So the son of a killer,
Bigger
but a bigger
killer.
killer. All right,
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
what he's trying to show
But
them.
Ryan, I want to say something. See, you know, say, I remember 2009 or 2010, one of them. When I was teaching at a high school, first day on the job, brother. First day on the job. And I walk in the 11th grade class, MechTech, and I teach matrices. See? And you know, say, I teach, and did it, and me or a girl behind me say, Lippo, stop it now. No, she said, Romain, stop it now. See? And I turn around, I see the youth did this still say, I play with the girl. I say, brother, I said, don't bother with that, man. Leave her alone, the girl will learn. Man say, oh, sir, just go and teach a class, man, and cold. See? Now, my head start hot me now, right away, I realize, say, what are they? This is serious business now. Because this man are going to tell me, say, yo, I'm going to go and teach my class and relax
Leave your
myself.
situation. Leave yourself.
You see me, I say, I come back and I start teaching class same way. I'm teaching class, my sister say, him still about the girl. See? Him still about the girl, and I say, wala. So I tell him, I say, brother, what am to you, man? Man say, sir, the school, man. What do you, sir? I say, you what, go on. Since you don't want, you don't want to sit down, stand up, and write. I'm saying, Ryan, that boy stand up and start write. And all of a sudden, me hear the man behind me say, you know what? I start teach again now. Me kissing it and say, you know what? Right now, if I tell him I stand up and I'm left out of this, I decide to go walk out. Ryan, I wasn't as bad as that teacher. But me flip. I say, walk out of what? I say, everything about walk out. See that? In my head, I say, Jesus Christ, I'm going to lose the work. First day upon the job. I say, Jesus Christ. Because I make up my mind, Ryan say, if he walk out,
Take him back.
I go grab him. I'm pulling him back. Him I go thump me. I go thump him back. And then I go fire me. And all of this. Me play it out, brother. But he never play it, so come see him walk out the door. And he stand up at the door. And I see him friend them come and say, yo, come on. You know? And then I look. It's like he want to leave them. I keep a look at him, you know. I say, yo, I see who I'm man in here. I say, missing tail, boy. I see one man in here. Right? I tell you, say, two me see him go back and see it, and I see him sit down. I never tell him to sit down about him, sit down. And true now, me want to avoid the confrontation. So the team say, you ready for learn? I say, all right, come. We're going to learn. And Ryan, from that day, me and that boy turn big friend. See? We're good. Me have counseling and thing, but it put them ask me, say, so you in a military? Karen, you have to make the boy them know, so you're not going to come up today.
No, sir.
You're mad, man.
Hey,
You're mad.
But I just as we said at the time we were in a man, at the time we were in a cause him to flip the way there. You know, enough for them you to have gun, enough for them have bad man friend and all these things. So sometimes
I wonder if he kill man already for true. Police them investigated.
But we'll see what unfolds as that story continues in the news. But we have heard further information, but we're not going divulge on that right now. We're going to discuss it later on at some point if we hear anything else from
Alphabet time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
What are you talking about? Hey, but people, before we go there, so though, anybody have the answer for the question where you call 5 ants we live in our apartment and 5 more moving with them? Anybody know the answer?
Me tell them my answer already now.
The answer is. So some people just joined a while ago. 5 ants in our apartment, 5 more moving out with them. What is the situation? What happened? What we have? 10 ants. Simple. 10 ants. You understand? 10 ants. So if you have 5 ants in our apartment and 5 more moving, at 10 ants we have. Greeny. That's too late.
Greeny, your answer. I don't go type it.
Greeny come like one pin when me have. Greeny come like one pin when me have. Anytime we work out the answer upon the board in carrying book come. I say, sir, see me have the answer here. Man, Greeny, come sit down, boy.
Greeny smell of your pie.
I see me Greeny do it, but never boy like that to them, man. Greeny remind me of that boy there. Every time I say the answer, the boy come with him book. Sir, me have it. He say, boy, go sit down.
God.
No, sir.
Good to the answers. As Greeny say, 10 ants.
And type it up.
So let's talk about the LGBTQ thing, right? Even
rapid setup.
I don't like the alphabet. People.
Wake up, rapid.
It's corruption, and I can't take them.
Alright, boss.
rapid. Listen, I can't take them. All right. So here's my take on it, guys. Hold on. Let me just tell my take, and then we can discuss it. With the LGBTQ, I think, for one, I think there's a little bit of double standard in it in Jamaica, and who we decide to accept and who we don't accept, right? For example, Jamaicans love a lesbian. Yeah man, two girls, them a lesbian, send them man. You have man go as far as if their wife love another woman, them saying, bring her, right? So they will accept 2 women, but they will not accept 2 men. So that's that's a double standard, right? I think that where the LGBTQ is concerned, they are trying to shove their thing down my throat. That's how I feel, right?
Amen.
Why?
Amen.
I am just saying, I want to put this out publicly. I don't have a problem with them, right? In the sense that they are doing something that I believe is wrong, right? But I believe many other things is wrong. I believe also that smoking is wrong. I also believe that and not other things I believe is wrong. And this is my belief. And so, if I believe that lesbians, gay, bisexual, transgender, and the queers are doing a wrong thing, that's my belief. See? What I don't want you to do is to make it a problem for me to think that you are wrong. That is only my problem. And I don't want you to try to force your lifestyle on my children, because I have a duty as a parent to teach my child what I believe is right. And so if I'm teaching them this and you want to throw it down now, you say, no, your father enough to teach you this. This is how it go. That's what I have a problem. right? Sorry.
But can
Oi,
we
oi,
put out
oi.
some can we put out some facts here though for the public and for those who are listening. I don't know how many of you knew this, that Jamaica is according to Forbes magazine, we are in the top 20 list, on the top 20 list of most homophobic countries in the world. Yep, top 20.
I thought we did
We
number
are,
one. Number one
we
with
are, no, we have,
What's
we have
news?
so, no, we have Nigeria at number one at the moment, and I think Qatar in second, and Jamaica on the list is at number 18. So
far with it?
but probably because of the size of the country, I don't know. We understand these, but
No.
these countries are
We've
bigger in
we've
terms
become very
but in
we've become very
2006 though,
open to it.
but no, I'll tell you something. In 2006, we were at number one. Just
Yeah.
to let you know, 2006 we were at number one. We have dropped.
So back then, we were. Oh, so that in time, 2006, we were
With their
killing.
sizzler.
Yo, with
Yeah, man, with a fire, Elan Praga.
up to hold on, up to 2006
lava.
now. Up to 2006, we have given the first position to many other countries now. You understand? So we were up to 2006, we were on number one, but we dropped to 18 now. I think we're third in the Caribbean. You know?
So what you say, right? You try to say Jamaica is more accepting now.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
We come to the, but we need to also talk about the Buggery law, because that is still, when I know the government is still enforcing that according to the constitution or whatever we have written down there in the constitution or whatever, is that you should get up to 10 years. And this we're talking about for
10
talking
years.
about 10 years, yeah. And one thing, when I read it, it does not talk about female. It talks about
No, because
penetration
Buck is
of
just
anal.
for male.
Male, yeah. So
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
what
yeah,
about
no.
what about the female then? Because they are considered
The law,
same
the
sex.
law was
You know?
not.
It was made
Law
for. It
was
wasn't
not for
made.
them.
It wasn't
Made for
made for
them.
the female. But at the same time, what about if they should come out and say, what about females then? You understand? Aren't they same sex, or just like how we are same sex?
No, but the
Why
law
is it,
just
the
they can't change the
law-
law. They want to
No,
repeal
no, I
the
know,
law.
I know,
now.
I know. As I said, there can be a repeal. You understand? That is why the human rights are stepping in now and say they need to have a repeal. There need to be a repeal for the law, but the law is just against buggery. And,
Every time I talk, right, rapid, I get uneasy, you know. Every time, rapid.
Yeah. Well, look. First of all, I'm sorry I didn't greet people correctly because I had trouble logging on. So just big up Fabian, Rory, and Ryan, and Aline, Mr. Greeny, and the crew. I just want to big up everybody. Yeah, you got to understand what's going on here. Okay. First of all, right, you have some real bad boy where accept the peg.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah,
And they
man.
accept it big time.
Mhm.
And you have them man roving around the town, but they accept it and them take it, right? You also have big marches going on at times where people could parade their sexuality. Okay? Now what's happening with the alphabet people, 'cause that's what I call them,
Yeah.
it is do you remember Hitler Youth? And they had a book called Mein Kampf or something to indoctrinate the Hitler Youth from youth. Well, this is what they're doing now in the schools. They're promoting the alphabet lifestyle as normality. So when the youth then grow up now, they will accept it as normality. Now, when I was growing up, right, no one ever teach me about about alphabet people. When I first see one, my body cringe. I didn't understand what was going on until a man tell me what they was about. But I had a natural rejection against it.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing now to the youths now, they're teaching the youths them to accept it as normality. And this is where the danger's coming in. They're starting to break down God's law. That's what they're doing. And
But
there's certain African countries who will not accept that lifestyle, and the West will not give them any aid. Go on, right.
But to add to that rapid, and it's so true because I think Granny said it earlier, so that Jamaica has no power, so that law will be repeated soon. But here's the thing. How is it that, really and truly, Jamaica need to take a stance? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we going to uphold the law, or are we going to get away with the do away with the law? Right? The law clearly states that if you're doing some form of buggery act, you can get a maximum of 10 years. I've never seen somebody get charged
10 years.
for a buggery act. No, not even for 10 years. I've never seen anybody get charged in recent times.
It's not been
But-
reinforced. You understand? Nowhere. You understand?
The government
But
won't
can I ask
reinforce
this
it 'cause they
question
want
though?
money.
So we are talking about homosexuality.
Jamaica get soft.
But we know that there is no law against the
Transgender?
the others, yeah. There's no law against them. But we all know that public violence come out against for those who are the
I disagree with that. They shouldn't do that.
What? No, I disagree with it too. You understand? It was said in 2012 that I think in 2012, it came out about they're trying to get equal rights. A lot of homosexuals come out and say they want equal rights and they need to be treated as equal like everybody else. And because remember since 1962, because we have taken the same laws coming from the Queen, the British laws. When we became independent in 1962, we still continued with the Buggery law from then until now. You understand? But as I said, it's not being reinforced anywhere. We don't see anybody being charged for it. We don't see anybody being arrested or given any form of time. You know? And now we have the alphabet people come on board now. And we are saying, are there laws? And there's no laws against them. You understand? So guess what? We have not come out to address how should we go about dealing with
Jamaica just want to be silent.
No, listen, we don't.
They need to pick a line. I personally, as we say, love the people them alone. Leave the people them alone. And the people them should leave we alone.
Amen.
See? So it should go both ways. We're not trouble you, you're not trouble we. But then, they used to throw stones at them and all of these things and kill them. Times change. Jamaica become more accepting. People become more accepting. I have become more accepting personally. Right? And so I'm saying, fine. Times change. I'm leaving you alone. See? But all I'm asking is that you don't throw it down on the TV. But the Netflix.
But that's the agenda, no, Rory. But that's their agenda.
But then go say we don't accept them because why they can't put it in the TV and in the school?
It's already in the TV and in the schools. There's not one show at this point, and I mean, it has infiltrated every single genre of shows where it has to be some sort of.
Yeah, so Grini, I said that's school ads, books, nurseries, commercial products. It's
everything.
Just everywhere now, everywhere in your face. You understand? And to be honest with you, you coming from the nuclear family that says mommy, daddy, and children. Yeah, and now they're saying we need for sure. So there is a we need
two daddies, two mommies,
two mommies, raising whatever. And no, that I don't have a problem if you want to do that. But what I'm saying is that you don't
have a problem. Well,
no. Hold on. Hear me. I say. I remember saying, people can't have a right to live or they want to live, Rory.
That is true.
Yeah, if you want to live your life, but my problem is when you are trying to teach it to my child, and some people might say, we should not address this issue. We should leave it alone. Make them, but you can't. You have to speak out. If you don't speak out, they're gonna infiltrate every single thing that we put our hands to or whatever. Well, why is it that the other day my friend them laugh after me? I say, who you guys that said to me say, may have one shirt with pride on it, and everybody starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
And me say, so when it went, so we give them every single word. We can't word. We are word. If you say, boy, I stand for some form of pride. I'm
proud.
Pride.
You said
no,
proud.
I'm proud. I was proud of what I am doing. But the word pride, no. If anything you use with pride, who it belong to? Them. You understand? So they take that the word
before them cancel you.
Ryan,
before them cancel you, Rory. Take time before them cancel you for later.
Yeah, people. But I want to give you a story. Yeah, Grinny, I have to take time to talk with you, Grinny. But for those who just tuning in, Ryan mentioned it earlier, right? So you must tune in at 6:30 p.m. I'll be on TVJ profile, so when they can hear some more stuff. But this Yardie Links is not about business, it's about fun. And another side of Rory. See, we see another side past 6:30, roll this up, right? But here's the thing, Ryan, I'm going to give you a true story. So my son, right? Let me take time to talk. So one day, my two sons, they were singing a song, see? And the smaller one sing some song about him a run down, let's say Paul. I don't remember the name, but let's call the person Paul. Run down Paul, but Paul couldn't run too far. He caught Paul because Paul bottom when he weigh him down. Paul bottom too big and I weigh him down. So when me hear that, I say, what me does? What you mean by Paul? But so me sit down and me say, sing it again. But remember, no, he's very innocent. He doesn't say Paul Bottom big and Paul Bottom weigh him down. So Paul couldn't run in front of him. So I realized that Jesus, mercy God, look like the time come now. I'm gonna have the conversation. See? so I decided, say, okay, I'm gonna have the conversation with them, and I'm gonna have a very open and truthful conversation. So I sat them down, and for those who are listening, if you don't have children and don't have a conversation, you can take one and two things from this. But this is what I said to my son. Sons, two of them. I said, guys, okay. First thing I asked them, how many persons in the world? Them said $1 million. 1 million. I said, no, way more than that. They said there are approximately 7 billion people in the world. 7 billion. Yeah, well, God much more know, right? And I said, listen, let me tell you something. Every single one of them is born of a man and a woman. See? Every single one. I said, there's no two way around it. It is nature and that's natural. See? So them still gonna listen to me now. 7.8 billion, thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, man.
Right? So I say every single one born of a man and a woman. Everyone. Because that's what nature intended for. Nature. See? I say if anybody says otherwise, it is a lie. See? So
straight facts.
Facts, straight facts.
Straight facts, yeah, man.
Same time, him look at me, but he said, Daddy, so him say to me, him see two boys with two father and two mother. Again, I go lay the facts again. I say, well, when you see that, see, I say they couldn't bring forth that child. They would have to go to an agency or some place and adopt that child. Them say, they have to adopt. So them start understand. Literally, I'm gonna walk them through that and make them know, say, listen, it's not normal for that to happen. But I said to him, he asked me if we can have friends who are like that or whatever. Like boys. I said to him, you can have friends who like boys, right? I just don't want you to like boys. and he said to me, Daddy, I see you're taking it serious. I said, very serious. very, very serious. See, if you come home to me,
you don't need to do that.
I said to him, what you try to do, you can try and change your friend or whatever, tell your friends, whatever. But I say, you, Daddy personally don't like that. Right? I don't like that. And so, it's a long story, but me not get into it.
But Rory,
but they understand.
Can I say something to that? Because I've heard of many stories of parents after having this conversation with their child at some point in their life about boy and girl and whatever. That same child probably came to the parents about it because they had feelings towards the same sex. And eventually, that child come out of the open and say, listen, Daddy, I am this. And many parents, quite a few of them are disown them and whatever. Disown the child. I said, no, nothing to do with them and cut them off.
What would you do, Ryan?
No, rapid first. Rapid.
No, ask Ali first.
Arlene, your son or your daughter come to you and say, me like somebody of the same sex. How you deal with that?
Yeah, I just talked to my son about that too. I tell him, hey, young sir, yes, there are some people who have been looking on you and how you walk or whatever and think that you are gay, are you? They say, no, no, I'm not that. So I said, I know that you are not. I know that for a fact. But I just asking, just for asking sake, just ask. So anyway, I tell him that, and he says, but mommy, no, I'm not that kind of person. They say, but I have never seen you with a girlfriend. I say, hello. There are some men who like to stay chaste for a number of time, a number of months, years, whatever, to make sure that they get a good lady, and they know that the good lady, right, is chaste as well.
So
So there are
Arlene,
people like that.
so are you concerned? So
There are
Arlene, are you concerned that you know he's not because how it sounds as if he's
You're
not
concerned.
bringing home a girl, and you probably say,
And
"Hold
you're
on,
concerned.
you're concerned." Is
right.
that a
Well,
concern?
he has told me up front. He says, "Mommy, I am as straight as you can get me, straight as an arrow."
So what if he did say otherwise? What would you do?
What
That's
you
the
do?
question, right?
That's the question. Yeah. How would you deal with
If
that?
he told me, I mean, I would probably have to accept because at least my son, he's my son. I can't just divorce from him. And one and two, he is alone in this world. Literally, he's alone in this world. His father has not even business with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
You have to be there
I'm the
for
only
him.
parent. So I
So
have
so
to be
so
there for him.
so is there anybody here? So I like the fact that Arlene would stand with her son despite the fact that he chose to come out to be homosexual or whatever the case may
But
be. Is there anybody here?
he's a straight child, you know. He is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
one
man,
that
yeah,
is
man.
not
We
like.
know, we know.
But
Okay, yeah,
people
but
will
go
talk
on.
about him because how he walks or whatever. But that does not mean because
We're not
somebody
gonna
That's
say
walks a
effeminate.
certain way. Maybe they have what you call it, not knee or whatever, and so they walk a certain way. So they look, you know,
well,
they look away. But that does
yeah.
not mean that they are right.
Rapid.
But the thing
Let's
is,
see if Rapid believe it.
the whole
Yeah.
idea,
Hold
the
on.
whole idea behind this whole talk about homophobia is because I was watching the um clip from news about the guy in prison who was being burnt alive. I said, "Oh, what a f! What go on? You can't be doing that. You can't just
Because of a
pick up
homosexual.
people, boy, child, and burn them up like that." I've heard of I've heard people say burn them up, but that does not mean that you must go and burn them up. It's
Literally.
you're
That's,
supposed
that's,
to
that's
be talking about it that way, but do not do it
yeah, it's a figure of
because it's a
speech.
person. First of all, it's a person's child. You can't just burn up somebody, sir. Just like you
He's a
can't just go
person.
and
He's a person.
burn up anybody. You
Mm.
can't just go and pick anybody, pick and choose whomever you're going to burn. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You
Because of them
understand? You
sexual
just don't do
orientation.
that.
Yeah,
And
true.
when I saw that happening in front of my eyes on TVG, I said, "What on earth? This must frighten any child watching this show
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to see somebody being burnt up literally on a video.
Well,
And
well,
it's for the real,
You
it's
know,
for the
it's
world
just
reach,
not
I
to be
know.
done."
here's what, right? I know so back then they usually get physical with them. Either burn them, throw a big stone, chop them up. Right? I remember go as far as back then, even oral sex was just as bad. Right? And then them do physical harm to
Yeah.
you if it take part of those stuff. But let me ask Rapid though. Because Rapid seem like a man with that light to fire himself. Rapid! What if
Rapid.
your son say, boy,
My,
listen,
my
know,
son,
so-
no, well, I'll grow him up straight from when he was a youth. I show him about the different people out there. And I teach him about the alphabet people to be aware of them and don't accept that lifestyle. Or if they come to you, tell them where to go and how to get there. You understand? So, now,
This is
my
where you
son-
Where to go?
this is where you go.
Yeah,
Don't come
because-
here.
because
Go
they're coming
there.
with their indoctrinating thing. I'm coming with mine now. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to cut things, but there is this woman who worked for Disney, and she said whenever she have a chance, she's gonna fit in an alphabet people scene in the movie. So there was a thing where you got the princess and and the young man were kissing, and in the background she put two women kissing, and she said, "Yes, I had to do it. And anytime I get a chance, I'm going to do it." It's all about corruption, and the worst of them too, right, is the trans ones. They're the worst. My son said he went to visit some building the other day, and
Well,
he's
the
chatting up
trans-
this nice girl. She looked like a figurine. And during the conversation, she tell him, "Oh, by the way, I used to be a man." He said he felt sick for the whole day. This is what we have to be careful for. You know what I mean? Because far as they're concerned, I'm a woman. So I'm gonna take man because I'm a woman. In their head they think there's a woman, but Papa, them is man. And you understand? And it's full of corruption. So I'm not into that.
But still answer the question, Rapid. What if your son tell you, say, Daddy, there's something there?
Well, I would tell him the same thing I told a guy at work one time. There's a guy at work, he's gay.
Oh dear.
And I tell the guy.
Wait, hold on, man. We don't want to hear. Hold on.
Make a man talk.
I tell the man, he could come to church. Don't bring your boyfriend. So, if my son tell me that, I say you could come visit daddy, but don't bring your boyfriend. Understand? But anyway, my son wouldn't tell me that because I wouldn't take it. So
we said to me, you can come around, but don't bring your boyfriend. Simple as that.
That's right.
All right. So
But
you're
the
not
eyes
going to cut him
don't see,
off.
the heart don't lead.
So you're against people who are cut them off totally and say you're not nothing to do with them. You're against that.
You see, there was a guy I saw once, and he was drinking in some bar. He looked sad, and he told me, "Boy, I just find out that my son will take the peg, And he's really sad. He said, "But you know what? He drink up his drink, and he said, you know what? He's still my son." That's what he says. So I thought, well, yeah, he's still your boy. But it's a hard thing for me because
let me tell you what me is down now, Rapid. Let me tell you what me is down now. You see, and I agree with you. And that is why if I'm early, right now, I no ramp to hug up my wife and chup her on the jaw and show love and affection in the house, because I need them to say, see what I'm going on, so? Man to woman, you see me? Now, if it's a case where my son, as yellow that and him still decides why, him have get feelings for another man. See? First of all, me probably dead. I don't know, I probably won't be able to live. That's how much that affect me. Because they'll be that bad. But I would, as I say, I would want him to come around. Why? I don't want him to come around till that kid come. Check me every day. As a rightfully said, don't bring him. Don't bring the boy. Don't bring him.
Don't bring the boy.
But check me every single day, because every single day until I die, I will put my best foot forward to change you. And I will say, because if you're not coming around me, I think you're getting worse, and you're going further down. So come around me every single time. Every time you come, make sure say mommy did it too, because mommy have to hug up while we attack you. See? Hold on. And so when you come around me every day and me talk to him or whatever, I pull up peer scripture on him. Peer things me I pull up on him. See? And he probably go, I'm going to stop and come around me. He's going to say, no, I'm not going to stop going daddy, because daddy don't stop trying to change me.
Yeah.
See? But I will not stop praying until I die to get that boy to say, listen. Because I strongly think that, and this is what I think, and again, it's my belief, and I don't want nobody jump down on me.
I want to mash him up.
I think that when somebody is homosexual, and that they find it, whatever, natural for them to find same sex attractive, I think it's a demon.
But Rory, can I say that? Can I say something to that though, people? I just said that, Rory. There are three aspects to this homo thing and this whole chat, the whole thing. We have, you said, the demon part, and there are two other aspects that people tend to dabble with. They tend to talk about them, and they're saying, is it this or is it that? So you're saying some people say they believe it's a demon. Secondly, some people think that it's a learned behavior. They learn it and they say, okay, they be around some people and they learn this. Or the third thing is they're born that way. Now, I've heard of people saying, and a lot of homosexuals are transgender community, all of them, they will say, this is how I am. This is who I am. Yep. That basically they're saying that I am born this way. They're not telling that they learn it nowhere. They're not telling you, they just think that they're born that way. They're not gonna embrace the demon side of it because no.
So how some homosexual changing? How some changing?
So that's the next aspect to it now. What I would say the demonic side now, where some people say they get changed because them become a Christian and God touch them and them change. A lot of these homosexuals change because of they have an encounter. Someone say they have an encounter with God, or you hear that them say them change because God touched them or whatever. Which is where we reason from the aspect that they were demon possessed then. Now I don't know how many people here on the in the group here or on the platform believe that most of these people are possessed. And if you believe they're possessed, you type it in the chat.
Me think
Tell
it's
me,
a
say, boy,
demon, man.
No, they tell because this as we said, speculations. Some people said a demon, and then possessed with demon. Some people said them are just born that way. So from a spiritual,
Born with a demon.
from a spiritual, from people who don't believe in the spiritual world, them must say no, them born that way. You understand? So for example,
But right. Yeah, hold on. No, hold on. I agree with the bond part because just start with the testosterone. Because
Yes,
some
that's what I'm gonna say now.
people born with more. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was
Unless-
gonna say. Cause you have some boys, yeah, that you would say, oh, they're not going like 100% male. Understand them kind of
Behind still
have
so.
this, the female tendencies and I've taught some of them and
That's
I've,
what's
and I've been
effeminate.
trying and I've been trying to teach because I have students currently now that I teach that are like that and the other students are totally trying to set homophobic behaviors towards them and say all kind of things and I have to be the one trying to teach these boys and these girls to listen now. If everybody different, you can't expect everybody to be like you. And he feels so lost. He feels like he doesn't belong, doesn't feel loved because of how they are treating him. And so it boils back down to, was he born this way?
No.
Did he learn it?
I want to tell you something.
Can I get in there, please? Can I get
Yeah, go
in?
ahead, Arlene. Go ahead.
One of the things that I am so upset about when it comes to some Christian people, they do not want to come out and tell the truth. Some of them have buggered their children, literally buggered their children. They do not want to say anything to anybody. You must keep your mouth shut. You must not say nothing. And when you don't say nothing, your child come out a certain way. And you wonder what is going on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the
Granny
child
says it.
is being
Trauma.
incested every night, every day, and you don't know because they're not going to go out, come and tell you. They're not, especially children who are sexually abused, are not going to come out and say, Miss, Sir, mommy or daddy touched me this way. Not necessarily. They're not going to come out and say it. Okay?
Yeah.
But I
go
was
ahead.
in a school. I'm going to tell you, I was in a school in the countryside, right? Where all of the children were sexually abused. All. Okay? All of them were sexually abused.
So that comes with the trauma.
And
part of it.
some were buggered.
Hmm.
Some were buggered.
Come like
Okay.
they come like Danny
And the fathers, when the teachers reported them, when they finally heard about when children actually had the strength and realized that they can trust the teacher or whatever, they came out to them and they said, Miss, my father or my mother or whomever touched them in the wrong way.
So
They touched
basically,
them.
so Arlene, are we saying then basically that what Green is saying here? Well, he's saying that some of it is psychological, some of it is trauma, learned behavior,
Yes.
demonic. But I would also go on a limb here to say it's all biological, as we said, with the chromosomes and all of that. So it's
No.
not just one.
No,
it's not-
hold on, Arlene. So do you agree that some girls are born with more male hormones, certain testosterone?
Yes, I have male hormones. Hello, I have beard on me when
Okay,
I'm not
good.
supposed to have beard. But the
Do
thing
you?
about it is
But hold on,
that does not make you. That doesn't make you a homosexual.
Hold on. So hold on. I think, and you're right. Even though they're born with certain hormones, Arlene, let us be realistic for once. I'm talking to myself now. Let me say for once, because I'm gonna be real now, right? If you look at it, if as a boy you have more female hormones than
Male.
than male hormones, then there are certain reactions in your body that's not going to be normal for him as a boy.
It's a chemical imbalance.
It's a chemical imbalance, right?
Are you talking a
Oh.
hermaphrodite?
No,
Are you
no,
talking
no, no,
hermaphrodite?
no. I'm just talking about a person who has more of one hormone than the other, right? And so,
Mhm.
if that boy from birth would be attracted to what girls like, so they would be attracted to the dolls. They want to play dolly. They want to have a lot of girlfriends. They want to be around the girls all the time, right? Because that chemical imbalance is leading to that way.
You
No,
can't say that because my grandmother used to like the guys all the time. Just love to play with guys, play football, play basketball, do all kind of things with the guys. But she was not one that would, she didn't have the problem with the beard. The beard thing comes from my mother's side, and she was a lady. She was one that was always teaching her kids, her girls especially, to be the ladies. You're to sit up straight.
But Arlene, not saying your sister or anybody, but you have people who fight these things um over long periods of time, you know, right? So you have people who will say, okay, this is not supposed to be normal, and I will fight it because I know what is right. Which is what they are saying. They are saying that, oh, and that's why they call it come out. Because they stay in that closet.
Come out. They try to hide
They
it
stay
for
in that
years.
closet and they hide it for years. So my thing is this. I don't think they're born. I think that they may born with a little bit more hormones and I think the parents, because and this is what I want to say now to all parents, and big up yourself virtual gamer, because I know I just had a child recently. Let me just tell you. When as a parent you see certain things from early, the Bible tell you know that foolishness is in the heart of the child, you know. So the child will at first gravitate to certain things, right? But you know that you need to nip it. See?
But Rory,
And train the child, right? It's when you neglect it. Well, all right. It's when you neglect it, right? And say, okay, let the child be who he wants to be, and so you let it fester. You make it grow more, so it get worse. You have to stop it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. All right. We know that teenage years, a lot of these they go through what we call identity crisis. Yeah, they don't know who they are. They're struggling with their sexuality, all these other things.
He, she,
And
him.
so, yeah, man, all of that go on. Especially now we're talking about the chemical imbalance with some of them, and they are gravitating towards the same sex. Now I am gonna say this, and not me, if you know, and not me, and everybody can come out against me. This is my take on this homosexual thing and this whole transgender, the whole thing. I think we need to have a part two to this, because we need to touch on the transgender and the he, she.
Me not have no part two.
Well,
I'm the one
well,
that comes to me.
But anyway, hear me I say. I strongly believe that it's more than the physical. I think it's a spiritual thing. That is just
Me think so too.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think so too. But
And I've seen where personally where we have had children like these go to therapy, then they might try to do all these other things with them.
Can't help
And I'm
them.
saying, no, it can't help them. It's not helping them. It's not helping them. And some of the times, if they probably go out and to the part where they say, let's just get a spiritual deliverance. Let us try something else. Because the physical aspect where we try to give them all this therapy and all of that, if we can curve them and convert them, it not working. Because guess what? It's more than that. And so for me personally, I believe that I wouldn't say demon possessed, probably a strong word to use, but I just believe that they need deliverance from a spiritual standpoint. That is my.
And you are saying that as a Christian. You're saying that as a Christian.
Yes, man.
Yeah, but from a spiritual aspect, yes, this trauma that people go through does open a gateway for certain things to attach to them as a individual. So of course it is a spiritual thing, in that sense, but you cannot neglect the trauma or where it's coming from, what triggered these emotions and stuff. And as Rory said, a lot of parents see certain things and try to turn a blind eye to it, and don't acknowledge it because they don't want to believe that certain things are there, so they don't they don't talk about it with their kids. As Rory say, him hear him son them do whatever, and right away him say, all right, I need to have the talk with them, kind of keep them on, steer them back into the direction where they should be going. And as parents, that's what happened. A lot of parents wonder why, how all of a sudden I thought I've grown him up in the right way, but there are certain things that they have done that you've just ignored, and
Exactly.
you never,
But
you know what
yeah,
talk.
we can read-
I'm
read when-
grow
read
it
and
out.
comment.
I'm grow it out. I'm
But
grow
read,
it out.
read when I come into to know, can Natalie and Valerie cannot touch
Yeah,
it too, you know, from a
parents
physical
ignore,
standpoint.
parents ignore.
The parents have a vital role to play in the process, because if you look at what Natalie said, to train up a child in the way he should grow, you can't neglect that side of it, and also try other things. Get him involved in
Is it Valerie said?
get him involved in our sporting activities, and get him involved in things that boys would do. That can probably work.
Yeah, Valerie said my brother's son was acting funny when he was
Yeah.
a child. So them send him swimming and karate class, but I go kick some people. Man.
Yeah,
right
man.
now he's okay. I have a girlfriend. I mean, boy, listen, go and go learn martial arts. You're not going to sit down and take up no dolly and go on like you want to put on heels and so. And then see celebrity them overseas, have them pick them
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of things.
And
I say, yo,
that's-
you,
and that's
you
the
know,
problem.
worse.
That's the problem. When you
But-
see a child display that kind of behavior, and you still just embrace it, and you say, "Oh, he probably is this," and push it. And
But
guess
this
what?
is the
As we said,
society.
the good book can tell us
But
that
it's
foolishness
but
again
but
is in the heart of
yeah,
a
but-
child. Drive it
yeah,
out.
but with society, it's
Yeah.
accepted in society.
Yeah.
So there will always be parents who will just accept what it is, because
Yeah,
as they
they're
have it
pushing.
to say, they're pushing it. The child has this decision, and they are making these decisions from primary school days and stuff there. Which child should be thinking about stuff like this? I really don't see why you'd want to push these things into their
Okay.
brains and so from
No,
such
but-
an early age.
Let me-
Like,
No,
go take up your book, boy.
No. But this one.
Stop
No,
talking.
hold on,
Can
hold on.
can I please say something? Can I please say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was pregnant with my son, there was a young miss who had a child. Okay, I don't know how many children it was since her first child, but she had a child. I did not know whether I had a boy or if I had a girl, because I know that, say, you know, when you're looking to see if there's a son or a daughter, you know that the penis can stand up, so you know that that's a boy, right? Well, mine did not. Mine stuck, right? So I did not know if it was a boy or girl, but I made sure that I bought unisex. I went and bought all the different colors so that I am not stuck with just pink or just blue. So I went and I bought my different colors and so on. This lady bought pink and only pink, and she is in the bed next to me. I screamed down when she heard that she get a boy. But I don't know where you get it from. That's not mine. That's not mine. I have a girl. I have a girl. Literally, I bawled
So-
on the place, you know.
I mean, she start treat the boy like girl too.
I don't want him. I don't want him. And I just sat there and I said, oh my God, please, Lord, let her know that she can't change this child. She is what the child is a boy. And if he's a boy, he's a boy. Done.
But
What happens
I
next?
tell her something, Arlene.
What happens next?
They're gonna
What
start
happens
treat
next
him
is
like a girl.
that's exactly what has happened. The child is now dressed in clothes, the pink dress that he has on. Put on all these pink all on him.
Mm-hmm.
Christening dress and everything, pink.
Madness,
I'm gonna
huh?
say, no,
Mm-mm.
let me give you some of my clothes. Let me give you some of the clothes that I have so that you can go out in the thing, whether it is green, gray, any other color.
Mm-hmm.
No, miss, we don't want it. I said, I bought my thing. It's supposed to be. I said, let me tell you something. You cannot dress up a child in pink when the child is a boy. Okay? You have to have other colors than pink.
So Arlene, let me ask a question, Arlene. Who give pink to girl? Because I like pink.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it because my
I
daughter
wear
likes
pink.
blue and I like blue.
No,
So-
I
so
wear-
what's
I
the
wear-
point?
No, but answer that. I wear pink.
It's a society thing. It's a society thing.
I wear pink.
That is a society thing.
But up,
Yeah.
but up.
That
no,
has been
Put
from
on
days
a
of
pink
slavery.
shirt,
I
fresh.
wear
Me like
That's
pink.
from the
Me like
days of
pink shirt too.
slavery we've been doing that.
Hold on,
And you have
rapid,
to
say
stop
something.
it.
Rapid,
We have to stop it.
Hold on,
We
hold
have
on,
to
all right,
start
here.
using unisex
Yeah,
clothes
rapid,
No.
say.
so you can wear all different colors, right?
Yeah,
You can wear green, you can wear black, you can wear white, you can wear orange, you can wear blue, you can wear all different colors.
I
If
agree.
you do not
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that with
I
your
agree with that.
child, you will
True.
get a child who is going to be coming out thinking that, oh, mommy don't love me
I
because
can't fully agree
mommy
with that now,
just
Arlene.
wanted the
Arlene,
huh?
because watch this. The child,
Wait,
it's not that the child born and say, oh, pink is for girl. It's society
We.
dictate that, you know. But hold on, Arlene. Let me hear, can look rapid and burn me out through me say me wear pink.
Well, yes, I want to wear pink pants and pink shoe
No,
and pink shirt.
no pink pants, no pink
No,
shoes,
not pink
And
shirt.
I want
Pink
no-
shirt.
pink shirt.
Pink
Wear
shirt.
pink
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, man,
yeah,
me wear the
yeah.
pink shirt. I mean, a
Not
pink
wrong,
tie
pink,
in the sun.
pink shirt.
Yeah, man.
I have a pink tie, right? Hey, right.
Me have a pink tie.
So wear my pink tie with the blue shirt.
Yeah, man. Shut
But-
up.
but-
You understand? Shut.
But-
So, hear me, I
but-
say.
You wear tight pants too?
You wear tight pants?
Yeah, man, him have a tight pants, man. Like a
Oh,
tight pants
man.
boy.
No,
I
no,
show
no,
me-
no,
No,
That's the lady.
no.
No.
Hold on.
That's the lady.
Hold on. Hold on. Fix something, yes, sir.
Fix stuff.
Fix something. Hold on.
Joe
Hold on.
Mehmet.
No, hold on. No, but you're
Slim.
half right. You're half
A good
right.
point.
Slim,
A good point.
slim,
Slim pants.
slim,
Hold on.
pants.
Hold on.
Fitted, slim
Fitted.
pants.
Me
Good,
wear them
thank
too.
you.
Wear
The
fitted
big
slim
and baggy pants not gonna work. But hold on. But hold it, hear this, guys. Because we want to talk about one last thing before we leave. Because there was something we talk about, and we say we want to talk about it. One Beyonce thingy.
Yeah,
And
but
more-
hold on there.
More I bring it up. But hold on, before we get to the Beyonce thingy. Just wrap this up. Because I look at the time, I reach an hour already. We can't say time moves so fast. Right? Back to the LGBT.
But up, Grady, but up.
There's one part of it that we didn't touch on, and the people who start to say they. Them start to say they can't, they don't identify as he nor she. You have to say they.
Remember say we
It's
said- Hold on.
LGBTQIA plus actually.
But hold on, remember we said we go have a part 2, you know, because when I give it to
We're
you-
not having a
Nah,
part
go
two.
part two.
We're
We're
not
not
doing
gonna
this
part
again.
two.
But we know, but
Oh, I say you love talk about it?
No, because we need to address this issue of the whole trans community. You know, it's a whole
It's a whole heap.
A whole
I
thing
mean,
I think stuff like that.
when you're
Because
talking
guess what?
homophobia, everything you have to talk
Yeah.
about. You
Yeah, man,
can't just talk one. So you
But-
have to have a
Good afternoon,
two-part
Sharika.
three.
It's the transgender thing, and
No man, we have to touch that one.
I like it. Alright, fine. Let's leave it.
Let's leave transgender thing, people.
But people, next one. I'll go to the next topic.
Hear me, people. No.
All right. Hold on.
But make cry that.
All right, go around.
I want us as a people, we are black people, you know. You understand? I want to call a spade a spade. And I have seen what happened in Dubai a few days ago, where Dubai pay. What? Beyonce, 24 million dollars.
$24 million
For 1 hour
US.
performance, yeah? Now, more want to tell me if that right. Me want anybody else say something if that right. Come on, before me say.
Well, make a work out the maths. In a
How much me say
Jamaica.
again? How much me say?
So those it's a 24 million.
24 million.
24
How much you
million. That's by 150 Jamaican dollar. 3.6 billion Jamaican dollar.
For how long? How long?
One hour.
1 hour.
Little bit over an hour.
Man.
Me not no problem with it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something about Dubai. They are rich people, you know. These are the
Exactly.
sheiks. These are the
You know,
sheiks. These are the people
so
who
wait.
have oil.
So, Arlene,
So they are the ones who can pay them kind of price.
we know,
Exactly.
we know that.
Hello.
We know that.
The two of you who are teachers.
Them.
Have you ever
We know
thought
that.
of teaching in Dubai? Where they pay us
Yeah, man, I have friends
$60,000?
there. Well, and I have friends
Yeah.
there who want to get me to come over there, come teach you. But I at the moment, I kind of keep them off at a long stick at the moment. Yeah, but we will talk about that for another time. But what I want to say is, if they are very rich like this and then can pay, we know they have the money like that, you know. But what is we need worth? And you guys tell me, what's the main reason behind that exorbitant amount of money?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You want me tell you?
Yeah, I mean, you go say for what? For what?
No,
Say-
let me tell you.
Go on.
See? So we never did it when Beyonce work hard. See? Beyonce from day one. Studio to studio, album to album, song to song, Destiny's Child, work hard, fight too much things with Ray and tape. She work hard. She reach a place now where she's almost one of the wealthiest I think besides Rihanna, I think Rihanna more wealthy than her. But she reach a place now where, listen, if I go perform, I don't have the time because I'm very busy, I go perform, I have to pay me. Dubai has a lot of money, there's the island and all kind of things there. See? To them, this is some change. Now, let me ask a question, Ryan. Suppose me know Beyonce personally and Beyonce say, hey, I like Yardlings, guys. I like what you guys are doing. I would want to come on it one day, but I don't have the time. You see? And I say, all right. Suppose sure we are billionaire.
Still not pay her so much money.
What? Let me talk, man. Suppose you say suppose we have money like wow. And we look on Beyonce, and each of we can give Beyonce $1 billion, and Beyonce can come on Yardlings. Sit down with you for an hour or two, bring our whole beehive, bring our whole everybody from overseas and thing. I would do it.
Sorry, so stop right there.
Okay. Hold on, let me finish. Because I juxtapose that to Dubai. Here's how I juxtapose it. When Dubai pay she to come perform, a big thing that for the tourism industry, you know. Because even though $3 billion, hold on, even though $3 billion,
I can finish.
Even though $3 billion, the amount of tourists will go come, plus who will now consider Dubai afterwards. Even though you know say Dubai is a rich place, you know say Dubai is nice, they want to put Dubai in the forefront of your mind, a marketing tactic. They want to put their country in the forefront of tourists' mind. So they will pay money for Beyonce to come and for people to look at them once more. And to whatever. It's the same reason why KFC always advertise. Even though everybody know KFC, everybody love KFC, right?
But you keep
But
it in their mind. Yeah.
KFC always advertise. Every time I watch news, look tonight. If it does watch news, you see it. That's why Flow always advertise. That's why Digicel always advertise. Because they want to put their thing in the front of your mind. So love the woman, let the woman make her.
No, hold on, Ryan.
Yeah, man, go on, man.
Address this because the thing is, she was only performing at a newly built hotel that took 6 years to build, right? And it cost them 1.6 billion. So obviously, paying her that money was nothing to them.
Exactly.
This hotel wasn't doing it for any advertising to anywhere to put Dubai at the front of anything. Why I say that? Because the event organizer did not even want anyone to be filming or no photography.
But we're talking about it now, though, right? We're talking about this hotel now,
because
right?
Because it leaked. Obviously,
okay.
people.
I just want to say we're talking about hotel. They could leak it as well. They could leak the one thing.
But they never need.
They made it
people
private.
do that.
They never need Beyonce to make Dubai be on the map. Dubai has always been on the map.
But we are talking about it now.
We're talking about it now.
But we
right.
But it's like Rory, it's just like anything in the news. Sometimes, like for example, now Beyonce herself, in order for her to be in the news, something have to happen. That's all. But isn't she relevant at all in every instance? She is important. She is well famous. She not have to do nothing, you know. You understand? We know about Beyonce already. So it's the same thing with Dubai.
But we don't know about the hotel. We don't know about the hotel. That hotel, we don't know about it.
But here the thing. That's the
hotel no need Beyonce for making them know about it.
So the question is,
where does the camera gone, by the way?
Yeah, where does the box stop? That is my thing.
There's no limit.
So they could pay
the
$1 billion.
People and what them worth.
$1 billion. So how much? So
whatever them worth.
So she worth 24 million. That's for my thing.
You think that she? No. All right.
Let me ask rapid.
So I dig.
Ask rapid. Come see Facebook makeup.
I don't see what the issue is myself.
Thank you.
Can pay anybody anything to do anything. When they had Marlon Brando in Superman, remember Superman's father, the original Superman? How much did they pay him for about 5 minutes work? He got millions for that. Listen, if you have the money, you can pay anybody anything to do anything.
Exactly.
I know. Well, yeah, I know. I don't say she can't make her money. She can't make her money. But come on, too many people are suffering in the world, and they are wasting money on some 1 hour. It's just madness. However, hold on. The whole money don't really go to her because obviously she went with her whole entourage of 120 and she was only going to use her sound, her video, everything, her band and everything. So therefore, yes, I understand that money wouldn't be fully gone to just Beyonce alone.
Right now, a bad man, Beyonce right now.
Bad man. 24 million. I mean, she put in her work, she know her fame, she know her worth. You understand? And so therefore she get paid what she's.
What right? Right? I make you know say bad man, right? Talk it thing, right? Let's say you bad man up and down.
No, I am
Yo,
just simply
to add to
saying
that, you know.
that what?
Well, I'm here, right? So go on, right? Go on.
No. For me, I
Tell
am
him how you're
saying-
bad man.
No, I'm not a bad man. I'm just saying that the only thing I wanted to say is that she have money already, yeah, and she rich already. There's no need to have to pay her that kind of money. That's all me have to say. She don't have to pay her 24 million. 1 hour them need her for. Then could have pay her $1 million. Then could have pay her, then 24 million.
Right. Well, let me say something. The $24 million, it seems a lot of money to us, because we don't have any. Listen,
Exactly.
it's when we don't have no money, these money sounds big, right? If I said to you, say, hey, let us say somebody who in Africa. I don't know why I'm using Africa. Forgive me, Africans. But yeah, but if I have somebody who Africa who not no food nor nothing, right? And me come and me have some crazy. Let me just use a perfect example. When I was 13, I remember going to this place named Pelican in Montego Bay. See? And when I was 13, my mother.
Food tastes nice.
My mother
Big up
bought me
Pelican.
big up Pelican.
Yeah,
My
man.
mother bought me a pasta. No, it was spaghetti meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs.
But up.
It was heaven. It was heaven because we don't eat spaghetti and meatballs every day. So when she said choose something for your birthday, and I was looking at it, I was 13, I just become a teenager. I mean, I forget it. You see how far much years after? I remember the spaghetti and meatballs. I remember how it tastes in my mouth. See? No, too many people go say, well, spaghetti and meatballs, really, Rory? We then sitting there for breakfast. Right? So you can't look at it. When you're not used to something and you see it, it's all grand. But to other people, it's just trivial. It's nothing. $24 million is nothing. Bold put on this something on SSL and look back on it from 2012 and they don't say I get robbed. And a $1 billion. But that love even give me one peace site. See? And then put it on. It's nothing to bolt. See? So you can't watch and say she get $24 million. $24 million is nothing in the grand scheme of Beyonce net worth. And it's nothing to the hotel. And you have to look on things as say, listen, when things bigger than you and when money bigger than you stay in your lane.
So basically, based on what you're saying, yeah, as I think Rapid said, allude to this as well, that we should make a big deal out of it because guess what? The money, if you have the money, you pay it. Yeah?
Exactly.
And I can see where you're coming from because sometimes for me, going some places and say, boy, this I want, and I'm willing to pay the money because I have it. You understand?
You want steak.
I want, yeah, me say, this I want. Even the service when me carry or whatever, me just carry go in anyway because I want a proper service. Me pay a little bit extra. You understand? So in that sense, Dubai in this situation, say, boy, me pay the extra because we have the money like that. In our phase way, in our movie. It's just that for me, for outside looking on. For them, all right. For Beyonce, all right, and for Dubai, all right. But for us,
watch them, brother.
It look away. You understand? And that's why people are making these comments and because probably not have it like them. And I just that.
That's why stay in your lane and watch the performance and comment on it.
Question.
Rapid.
So let's just say, right, a church in some other country asks offer you guys 24 million to come and preach. Would you take the money?
What?
24 million to preach.
Queen.
So why you have a problem there? What's that now, man? Thank you,
No problem, right?
No problem. So what? So don't take it, Ryan. Tell them to pay you too much.
No, man.
You double standard is high. See?
I know. But
Tell them to keep it, man. Give me $1,000.
Whoa, back up there, sir. I don't have a problem with Beyonce. And Beyonce have a problem with the Dubai. Me, I thought we people are going to pay. You understand? So me, of course, me go take it. Beyonce now.
No, but Ryan, that's double standard. If I have a problem, and you tell the people, say, don't pay me so much too. I have a problem with you pay me so. Hungry people are out there. Go feed them and give me.
Back up.
I'll come for free.
Hold on, back up a little bit now. So you're talking about the 24 million. In my current state now, go pay me 24 million.
No, but change the most. Don't change the most.
No, man. No, hold on.
Yes, in the current state.
In my current
state.
Hold on. No, until you come preach that way. I might.
You're gonna change him more now, people.
No. The reason why
Yes.
the reason I'm not. Wait, calm down. I am talking about if me famous already, I'm putting the work for what me whatever I am doing. I put in the work and people are paying me for it. Yes, but if somebody come to me and give me $24 million
In your current state.
in my current state, most say, but I said no to that. But I said,
You're madman. You're madman.
Ryan, what do you mean by
madman.
innocent?
Right, you're Ryan.
No,
You are Ryan.
Your church get 10% of that too, you know. Remember, your church get 10% of that too.
Yeah,
so you help
man.
your church as well.
Hello.
man,
Now
that
negotiate for more. Now negotiate for more.
So,
Give me 25.
I ain't worth it. Wait.
They see my worth. They don't know my worth. Just like how them call me. All right. Just like how them call me on profile now to come to the interview. They see something that I say, okay. They see something. Maybe I don't see it. Right. But they see something. People see things, and people might see your worth. And you have to recognize your worth too. So an idea.
I don't.
If you look at me and tell me, say, a $24 million you want to give me. And I say, me? I'm going to look around, so I say, God, you bless me, so. I say, me?
Greedy, I say
Put it right, that's all.
Yo, I'm greedy, I tell lies. All right, so basically, everybody that take the 20, you take the 24. All right, so rapid, you take the 24 mil.
Yes. All right.
Arlene, you take the 24 million. Arlene, you take the 24 million. Arlene. Eh?
Hello.
Yeah,
Rapid
yes or
and I
no?
need tension. Hello. Rapid and I need tension.
Everybody take the money. All right, so
money.
we can't rank Beyonce. We can't rank Beyonce. Eh? What that?
My church get 10% too.
A church get 10%.
as well, you see.
No, but rapid. You need to give church more still. Because 24
Well,
there.
True.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. 10% is just what they get straight off the books.
Yeah.
And I have extra, so the rest will be like a love offering now, you get me? So they get 10 and a love offering.
Big offering.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
friend. I hear, sir. All
Yeah,
right.
bless the pastor and thing like that, you know?
Listen. Yo.
So
hello.
everybody put it. Yo, but I'm alone come like, boy, I'm going to take it still, but everybody is funny.
Right, you're liar. You're liar, Ryan.
Probably. No,
come on.
Hold on. I'm killing now. So why wouldn't you take it? Answer that. Hold on. Why wouldn't you take it? Tell me the reason.
No,
Tell me the reason.
the first thing would have to investigate. Why is that money? Why
People have money. People have money. Investigate.
No. Let me tell you why I'm going to do that. Now. Zin, these guys remember saying no. Me not see myself worth that kind of money that for what me I do. You understand? So the first thing we go to say, where this money I come from? Where you quick to give me $24 million? I'm not quick for just take money, so brother. You understand? So I say, where you give me? I said, you try to set me up. Where that money I come from? You understand?
Set you up.
Yeah.
No, them
Me
said,
don't know.
no, you are a performer. You are a preacher in this case, as Rapid put it. The people them think that your sermons are always fruitful,
But
and they're
that's the
saying
thing.
that they're willing to give you 24 mil to come
alright.
and preach.
But that's another thing now. If I was in that capacity, I'm serving in that capacity then as a preacher, yeah? And they are and me upon the global people that see me.
Sure.
Then yes, yeah, in that case, yeah, but me talk about
Right.
no, I mean I'm a current state, me talk.
All
Me talking
20
about the current-
viewers,
no,
but
well,
all right now, obvious liar.
No, me talking I'm a current state and no road. Me not
Ryan?
taking money. I'm a current state. me not
Ryan,
taking-
as a
Ryan.
preacher's kid, I would tell you take it because you can help a whole heap of people
Exactly.
with
You know
$24
what?
million.
Darling, I don't want to
You
get
can
to.
help a whole heap of
If you want to
people.
help people, Ryan, they don't take 24 mil. As a matter of fact,
No,
instead of saying,
I'm not worried. And I say I don't want the money, but me just trust where it come from because
Trust
I'm
what?
really- Yeah, because me not trust it, so me not just take 24.
So hold on there,
If it's coming from Dubai, it's the big kings and princes'
Exactly.
money.
I know, hold on.
Exactly.
You're not
Oil
getting
come
anything
from
that is
oil.
No,
underhand.
but I am saying,
Oil,
listen
man.
again, Arlene and everybody now, listen to what I am saying, now jump
It's
the gun.
oil, man.
I am saying,
Come
in
on,
my
man.
current state right now, I am not doing anything for somebody to come and pay me 24 million. However, if I am, as I said, as a preacher, yeah, I'm well known globally. Then that's a
But that was the
different thing.
preach.
context.
That
was the
doesn't context,
You
Ryan.
come and ask, no,
You
you
said
never,
them
never
gonna
said.
preach you.
Me never hear the preacher. That's the first thing you said?
Oh, come on,
That's what-
man.
that's
Ryan. That's what the first thing Rapid said.
said. That's where now you know.
Ryan, Ryan, you have to
Me
know
never
your
hear.
word.
Me hear. No, me. Ultimately,
You have to know your word.
24. But if
Exactly, I
somebody,
know your worth.
But me ask everybody here, so now, since we that, we say if somebody comes on up in the 24 million currently in an currency, when I take it, see me.
Yes.
You
God
take it.
bless them.
You take it.
Yes.
If you rep,
Yes.
you take it.
Yes.
You take it.
Yes.
Right.
You take it. I take it. All right, good.
Let me stop you. He not have to pay me $24 million to perform. See? If a man just come to me and say, boy, I feel to give you 24 million.
Kali, you said just for appear.
Exactly. Listen,
24.
Ryan, if a man come and say, me I get $24 million, me not checking, me not care where I get it from. Me not checking source. And if a man say, he might pay him $24 million, he might give me $24 million.
You're not taking source. You're not taking source.
Listen. Hold on. Me not talk about the PF service, you know. Me talk about a man say, it depend on his heart to give me $24 million. A man who have a whole heap of money. Bill Gates come and say, want to give me $24 million. For whatever reason, me say, God, you heard me prayer.
Hold on. Let me give you three examples, right? At 24 mil. Now, Saudi Arabia, right? They sell oil. They offer you 24 mil to appear, right?
Thank you, Marva. Marva, on my side.
Right. Hold on there. Escobar
Yeah.
from Colombia offer you 24 mil. I'm not taking it, right?
Exactly.
Right? And if Elton John offer me 24 mil to appear in my bedroom, me not taking it either.
I'm not taking it.
Thank you.
No, thank you, there's they say, depends on the motive. Because some people, you know,
Right.
Yeah, some people have ulterior motives, you know, but they might try to set you up with that money there, you know. You understand?
Here's my thing. If Elton John come, see him? As long as Elton John now ask me to do anything. But Elton John come and say, boy, Mr. White, you know, I see what you're doing with your company, and I just want to just put $24 million on your hand. Me say, God bless you. No, brother, as long as it not say, okay, for this 24 million, you have to do this, and something that is against my principle and my identity, then that's a problem. But if you just say, give me $24 million because whatever, in so me I do, and you want me to do whatever with 24 million. Yeah. But anyways, guys, we
wrap it up. Oh, people, we definitely will have a part 2 to this.
Hold on.
We will
talk about it.
We need to have a part 2 or part 3.
Yeah, we have a part 2.
Hold on.
Because you haven't touched everything.
Yes, so what we will be touching next is the whole intersex thing, because I remember seeing a video with the whole intersex, and how do we approach something like that? This is someone who is born with
what is that?
Both body parts.
What?
Yeah, same thing with the hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite thing. So
you
know
what shocked me the other day? I'm looking up. I saw the word non-binary. What is non-binary? Wait, hold on a minute. What is it having to do with math? Because we don't know what.
Ali, the first time I said non-binary, I said, "Bah, I'm not dealing with a binary, you know, ones and zeros, so non-binary." So basically, what I said non-binary, because one and zero it means I just I'm male and female.
It's hermaphrodite. When I look it up, it's having to do with the hermaphrodite.
No, more than.
I said they call them hermaphrodites.
No.
Call them hermaphrodites. They call them non-binary.
They're not either man or woman.
Exactly, man or woman.
Woman. Yeah.
You're right, Billy, you're right. We need to get a professional when we touch these topics just to explain why these things happen or whatever. Yeah, but no.
Okay, fine. Use the professional to replace me. That week there. Me not give them no more earwave.
Oh my God. Anyway, people, thank you for joining us this evening. You know, it was a pleasure having you guys. You know, Marva, Grinny, Natalie, you know, the works. We don't leave out nobody. You don't know, but
you're Grinny next week, right? Grinny next week.
Yeah, man. We got some more people. Sharika, big up yourself. You understand? Yeah, man. But definitely, big up on yourself again on a large. You know, so we will be out of the building. Just want to say thanks to Rapid and Arlene for joining us this week and to share their views. You know, they're ardent viewers. They're always here sharing their views.
Rapid, now Mr. Showman,
them always there, you know. So definitely, every now and again, we're going to bring on somebody who always will support the thing, you know. And here, come on, because sometimes, you know, when you come on and I talk in the chat, sometimes we can't listen to everything or mention everything we want to say. But definitely when you're on the show, we have to listen to you understand? So now we have to come on and share what I say. Yeah? Big up on yourself, people.
Congratulations, Rory. Congratulations. Congratulations, Rory.
Again, everybody, 6:30 this evening, Profile. Rory is on Profile this evening. Make sure you tune in if you don't have the time. All right?
Yeah, tune in, people. And don't judge me. Anything I say, don't hold it against me.
All right, people, take care of yourself.
All right, guys.
Okay, yourself.
Take care of yourself. Walk good.
Bye, man.
Yeah.